Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. Let's rock. All right, and we've got strength in the gold market. Gold up $3 to 3,328, and weakness in the silver market, 37.85 below the 38 support level, and looks like they're taking every opportunity to smack this, giving we are in the pre-FOMC decision point here. Excellent time to look at buying. Silver futures 37.98, but these are rolling, so I don't want you to get fixed on these. And you'd have to go to future contracts to see the spread. Let's see, let's go to the gold silver ratio, and here we are, nearly 88 again. Looking like silver is the buy today. 10-year yield, okay, this is a very sad statement on our world, but pre-unemployment report and FOMC decision, we had a major sell-off reduction in the long-term bond. Now back to bearish trend, 433, down from 442 yesterday. You'd have to ask yourself, why did that happen? Somebody knows something, and I'm guessing that something they know is that the labor report is going to be weak, and there could be a higher chance for Fed rate cuts at the FOMC decision on Friday. Yeah, I think it's Friday. Okay, the dollar nonetheless is up, and let's see, having been down yesterday and now up today, 98.99. The dollar strengthening here quite a bit, and not sure if it's going to bust higher. The odds are against it. That could be short covering. Not sure about that. In the copper market, we are down 4 cents to 5.65. In the platinum market, we are up $9 to 1,418, and that is platinum futures. Platinum making its own move here. Let's see, and the DBB base metal commodity fund that I follow is down 3 cents to 1952, giving back about 40% of its run here so far. Silver miners are right about flat at 49.25, so the silver miners didn't get the memo this morning that silver was supposed to drop. I still think we should be accumulating miners at this juncture. Probably a good time to continue to increase allocations to miners. Not financial advice, just my opinion and what I'm doing. All right, in the economic calendar, so like I said, it is Wednesday, and we have ADP employment coming out at 8:15 Eastern. That's 5:15. That's 5 minutes from when I'm doing this broadcast. Then we have GDP, pending home sales, and the FOMC interest rate decision is 2 p.m. Eastern. And then you probably need to wait a half hour for the presser to find out what he has to say about the future. The presser being probably more important than the actual decision. No one expects him to cut rates this month. And then we'll also want to see what the heir apparent Waller has to say about why he thinks we should cut right away. But really, a quarter-point cut, I don't know. Is that really going to be meaningful? Doesn't seem like it is. Seems like we are trapped in the closet here when it comes to rates. Okay, Thursday, initial jobless claims, and let's see, Friday. Yeah, initial jobless claims are actually tomorrow. So tomorrow is a big day and what everybody is fearful of, and probably why there were some outflows in the SLV, the ETF. Small outflows after days and days and days of inflows, but people getting nervous and hedging in advance of the initial jobless claims. My vote is it's going to be weak, and I think somebody already knows that in the government. We will have personal income, we will have personal spending, PCE, core PCE. Thursday morning is going to be a very big day, and today could be weak in metals as a result of people wondering what those releases will be and what the future trajectory of interest rate cuts will be. But I still contend cuts on the short end do not mean lower long rates. I don't see how they could with the amount of debt that we have. In the pre-market, we had a little sell-off yesterday, and today we are bouncing back. 14 on the Dow, 7 on the S&P, and 51 on the NASDAQ. Fear Greed Index at 68. coming down quite a bit in the greed category. Bitcoin, which doesn't seem to be very well correlated with gold or markets these days, is down again at 117,512. Some people giving up on the Bitcoin rally. Before we get on to the deals today, let's go to the question of the day, and this has to do with shipping. Okay, when you ship precious metals, and I know most people do not plan to sell and probably do not sell, but when you ship precious metals, how do you do it? Well, I was faced with that decision yesterday. I sold my gold flowing hair finally, waiting for a nice price on that. And because the value was so high, I had to figure out how to ship it. How did I do it? Well, you should know that whether it be United States Postal Service, Priority Mail, FedEx, UPS, etc. Precious metals cannot be insured unless you are some sort of dealer at FedEx. So 99.9% of individuals think they're buying insurance when they buy that insurance through eBay or USPS, and it is not insured. And if you lose your ultra expensive metal that you sold, they're not going to cover you. Okay, that's the first thing that some people don't know. So how do you ship? I went ahead and shipped registered mail. The safest way, I think, to ship, and probably the slowest as well. It'll take about a week to get to the buyer. But just to let you know, insurance was $5,500, and the registered mail, fully insured, tracked and traced, cost was $49. So insurance on registered mail can go up to $50,000 if you're wondering how to sell part of your stack. Not that I think you should here. And that's how I would do it. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I thought you'd like to know that you can ship $5,000 insured FedEx for $50. I'm sorry, not FedEx, registered USPS registered mail for $50, and you can just relax, right? Okay, that's just news for the group. All right, let's go on here to the deals. I'll go a little quicker today, and gold is right about the same. We have 1/100th gold, itty bitty gold, at $43 at SD Bullion, and a 1/10th Gold Eagle over at Bullion Exchanges, $364 for BU. Everything I show you will be BU. And I'm over at the website bestsilvergolddeals.com, where you can go there and click along. If prices get cheaper today, maybe you'll get a cheaper deal. I like this quarter ounce random deal from Monument Metals. A lot of people like Monument Metals, and when they have good deals, they're pretty good deals. I don't know what you'll get and exactly what the condition will be, but it's $832 for a quarter ounce of gold. I think you can afford that even if you buy small gold. Okay, we're going to move up to a quarter ounce Krugerrand, also pretty darn cheap at $848 at Bullion Exchanges, and this go up to, oh, I don't know, how about a Gold Eagle, a 1-ounce Gold Eagle, also pretty cheap compared to spot. And they've got the future price of gold here at $33.39, but the price of the Eagle is $33.77. Those don't come up on Costco like they used to. The Buffalo is too expensive, but the big proof set is a much better deal at $62.90 for 1.85 ounces of proof U.S. gold in OGP. I'm going to skip those. We'll go to the Krugerrand, also a cheap option, $33.54 at Safe Haven Metal, and that'll be brilliant uncirculated as well. A 20 franc this morning is $6.23 at SD Bullion. Things have calmed down quite a bit in the precious metals market, and the premiums look pretty good to me. My green light is still on, and I think we're consolidating here again in this 37 to 39, 36 to 40 range. I would not lose heart here and think that we're headed for a bigger sell-off. Oh, we have July ADP employment report, 104 addition versus a 64 estimate. Labor market improving. Okay, people knew that, and well, now wait a minute. No, now that is a hawkish employment, so that would drive 10-year rates up. Hold on, let's see what the 10-year bond is doing. 10-year U.S. bond. Did it go up on that news? Let's check today, and yeah, it spiked up a bit to 4.34. having been as low as 4.31. But I have learned over the years to kind of ignore the ADP private sector report. And I think the market tends to ignore it as well. And they typically have been, it's been very different from the US reports. But stronger labor market per ADP, that news just in. Let's get over to a Silver Eagle. Great price on these at bullion exchanges, 40.91 for Silver Eagles. And I can't say when, but I think we're going to see some FOMO in the Silver Eagle market. I'll have to check the U.S. production schedule, but they're so busy, minting weird coins and comic hero coins and 2.5-ounce planchets and whatnot. I bet they're taking their eye off the ball with Silver Eagles, and mintage may be lower, but we'll have to see about that. I'll have to check that. Anyway, 40.91 for a Silver Eagle. Buy as many as you want over at bullion exchanges this morning. Culls are a little bit cheaper, but not worth buying. Okay, no new news that I want to share with you, and we've got Maples at 40.02. You could pick that up as an alternative to the Eagle, or you could just go right to the Philharmonic at 39.42. Remember, you make money when you buy, not when you sell necessarily. Now, Eagles will always garner a higher buyback price at the LCS, and Philharmonics will garner the same buyback price as the Maple, the Kangaroo, the Krugerrand in most reputable LCSs. So you might as well buy the cheapest if you're not buying the Eagle. Might as well buy the cheapest sovereign silver 1-ounce coin. And I'm not sure that what the condition will be on these, but they say they're BU down here, brilliant uncirculated. So if they come to you all spotted, send them back. But maybe we'll get those cheaper on eBay. All right, so that's the one I would buy if you're buying this morning and you like these spot prices. Let's keep going here. And did I miss? Oh, here, I wanted to show you this on the Star Privy Eagle. What a boondoggle. Okay, they are going for 47 bucks. What's the buyback price at bullion exchanges? 38.77. Okay, they're paying you less, or right about the same, or maybe even less. Let's just do a Silver Eagle. So 38.77 is the buyback on the Star Privy Eagle, and on the BU Silver Eagle random date, which I just showed you a second ago, here. Their buyback is $37.52. Okay, they're paying you a dollar, 75 cents to a dollar more for the Star Privy Eagle. Hopefully you didn't pay $10 more than you should have, like I did. I screwed up on those. I didn't realize 500 mintage would never sell out. Let's see, we got the Laser Privy Eagle. Now here, this is interesting. It's coming up on August 20th. And I think it is kind of sad, the Privy mark. Where the heck is that Privy? I don't even see the Privy. Why don't they show it? There it is right there. The Privy is unexciting, and I'm not a fan of laser engraved coins. I think laser engraving is a step back in the evolution of coins. Anything I've ever gotten that was laser engraved was not as satisfying as something that is manually engraved, machine engraved, in my opinion, only my opinion. Anyway, the price on this is going to be $105, only 100,000. So I don't know. There could be some legs on that. Hard to say. Just to note, though, the price will be less because there is not a licensing fee on the Laser Privy. And the Army Privy is definitely the one you want to get. Everybody is going to start getting those. Price should come down on eBay if you want to get more than one. Of course, you can still get them at the U.S. Mint for a good price. But if you want more than one, the price should come down here as people flood the market on eBay with the Army Privy Eagle. And after they're done selling, the price should go back up. Okay, let's check Costco. Costco is nothing interesting. The silver, 20 silver bars, $42.50 is the price, which is interesting because one bar price is $42 per ounce. Go figure. Not a great deal on those. And the gold bar is usually a good deal. And now we have, we've got the Pamp bar. Wait a minute. No, those are only big Pamp bars. We have the Good Luck Dragon bar for $33.79, 4% off with an Executive Club membership and a 2% rebate credit card would get you right around 30. Let's see, 4%. Right around 3,300. Not as cheap as they used to be, but under spot nonetheless on Costco. I would wait for the Gold Eagle to come back on that, or the 25 combi pack. Okay, let's keep going here. And junk is about the same as it was yesterday, right around spot at 27.16 times face at Monument, and in a big lot over at Bullion Exchanges 26.71, cheaper on eBay. You may want to also continue to consider the half-ounce Sunshine Mint if you're looking for fractional silver and you hate junk for some reason. I don't know why. $20 for a half-ounce Sunshine Mint round. I wonder if Sunshine Mint made the 2.5-ounce planchets for the Superman coin. By the way, those are continuing to sell, and I do think the gold and the 2.5-ounce silver will sell out eventually, contrary to popular opinion. Okay, but the 1-ounce silver is, whoa man, that's going to be a long slog on that. Those could break the issue price. Let's see, and in a quantity of 20, the silver buffaloes are going for $39.12 over. Oh, maybe you'll get the Incuse Indian. Or maybe that's not the Incuse. Looks like it's got a rim. Yeah, no, that looks like the Incuse Indian there. That's kind of cool. I don't know what you'll get. $39.12 for a tube of 20. And silver below spot is all going to be junk at bullion exchanges. Hey, whatever you do, don't buy the 40%, okay, guys? Unless you've really got a strategy on that and you're getting it for 30% under melt, okay? You could buy 40% all day long if you're getting it for, say, 30% under melt. But if you're paying spot or even $1 back a spot, you are getting hosed on 40%. Let's see what else we got here. The cast bars, those ought to be pretty cheap. Pinehurst cast bars, $3.94 now. Secondary market bars, you'll probably get the 9 fine mint, because that is what? Is that an APMEX product? Nobody will want that. But if you get the Scottsdale, that'll be a home run. And if you're looking for, let's see, where is the Golden State Mint? Usually one of the cheaper sellers, $39.20. For the Buffaloes, okay, any quantity pricing there. Let's see about the kilo this morning. Kilo at Bullion Exchange is $12.35. Remember those 1,300 just a few days ago? Good deal on that. That's probably pretty close to spot, maybe cheaper on eBay. The Kilo Kook, is that going to be $12.88, about a $50 differential for the Kilo Kook, and those could come in a scratched capsule. And if the coin is beat up, send it back. Now we are on eBay. If you want a pocket pinger, you could always use one of those. They're $35, especially if you're going to garage sales. Just to check the authenticity of those coins. Let's do Silver Eagle. Silver Eagle is going to be Cull is going to be 41, about 40 out the door. BU is going to be 42.25, about 41 out the door. No, they're cheaper on the dealer. Let's check a large lot of BU Silver Eagles, 41.81. That would be about 40 out the door. Wait a minute, let me do the math on that. My brain's not working. 41.81 per ounce times 0.97 with either the PayPal credit card or the American Express Everyday Cash checkout through PayPal equals. I screwed it up. Hold on one second. I got too carried away there. 41.81 per ounce times 0.97. Got to take a break here. Is going to be 40.55 per ounce. And if we check Eagles, 40.55 for a tube of 20 versus Bullion Exchanges was 40.86. You'll save 30 cents an Eagle. No, 40.46 in a lot of 100. You'll save like 40 cents on. Oh my gosh, I lost it. You'll save like 40 cents on this deal here from bullion.com if you're buying Eagles, and I think you probably should be buying a lot of Eagles right now. Let's do the rotation. In 25 maples, ought to be cheaper today. 1,027. Can we get under $1,000? How about Britannias? Britannias are 1,034. Kangaroos are 1,038 for 25. And Krugerrands are 1,044. So the cheapest was 1,027. Okay, 1,027 on the cheat sheet. We finally got under the range here. Is going to be about 39.80 or so, something like that. So that'll be a good price on what was it? That one on the they're maples to boot. Let's see if that's a good seller. That is a mid-sized seller. Good feedback. They are maples. They are BU, and they can't tell if they're shield guard or not. And I can't tell what date they will be, but that'll beat the dealers, and they'll be maples. Maples are the runner-up to the Eagles. When premiums explode during FOMO, which will happen again sometime, I don't know when, then you'll see the Eagles explode in premium. The maples will be the number 2 coin at that point. And then after that, everything else is the same. Let's keep going here and get to the junk in the trunk. And junk is going to be as cheap as smaller sellers have been better than big sellers lately. Here is 40% at 27.5, free shipping. He's a small seller. That'd be about 26.8 out the door. Let's go to the next biggest seller, also 27. 27.80 above that. Let's see if the big sellers give us any better deal. Big seller 27.5, about 26.8 out the door. That's a push. Okay, they're not giving away the junk this morning. How about a big bag of Mercs? Big bag of Mercs are 27.90 with date, about 27.20 out the door. No, about 27.10 out the door. Okay, not too bad. If you're looking for Mercs, you probably could be putting Mercs away here if you want to. Oh, let's go ahead and look at high relief peace dollar, the money coin in the peace dollars. They're about $1,500, so you just want to pick out one that's really pretty. If you're putting away numismatics, there's an authentic one, very nice, in the slab, very pretty, high relief, not many of those, so those will go up over time. How about the cheapest kilo? Cheapest kilo this morning is $12.65, about $12.30 out the door. And let's go on to the vintage bar of the day. I'm not saying to buy this at $5.27, but pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Odd weight old bar with a pigtail. Very nice. I like the pigtails. Okay, that's $5.27. It's only 5 ounces, though, so before you buy that, realize it is... What is that? $100 an ounce? Here's a big boy here for you. Not a bad price on this. $2,199 for an extruded California Crown mint bar. And I've got the 10 ounce on this, but boy, it'd be nice to have 50 ounce, wouldn't it? Not a bad price on that. Okay, let's keep going here to a kilo kook. Kilo kook is $13.26 by maybe $12.75 or so out the door. Tuba kooks, also a nice investment coin. $43.50, about $42 out the door. Not bad on those. 1 ounce rounds in a very large lot. 100 for $38.86. $37.60 or so out the door. That'll be under spot on this Liberty deal here with the modern prospectors. Those probably are secondary. If you want buffaloes, you got to pay $4 more. It says random design. You may not get the buffaloes. Always default to buffaloes over random designs, unless you're getting something super cool. Here's some very weird JBR recoveries, $39.84. Look at that. Can't sell them. That has got kind of a proof finish on it. Could spot. Anyway, if you like those, you can pick those up. I guess nobody liked those. How about a 100 ounce? Well, where did I go? I got lost. Anyway, good deal on rounds. 100 ounce bar. I thought I already did the 100 ounce bar. $38.88, about $37.50 out the door. Not bad on those. Tube of Morgans. Some of you are buying these, I know. These are the 21s. They go for $40 a Morgan. And that was good advice to not buy stock photos. These are stock photos from Imperial Coin Exchange. Nonetheless, BU Morgans are very, very satisfying. But maybe we go to the dealer that shows you a picture of the Morgans. This is, he's too small a seller for me to recommend, but there you go. He's showing you the Morgans. They sure look BU. And those are 21s. If you want to get, you got to pay $1,000 if you want to get pre-21s. Actually, $1,100. Mid-size seller, good feedback. Oh, I don't like those pictures. I don't like those pictures. Those look like they've been whizzed to me. I probably would go with the bigger seller. I don't know. You never know what you're going to get when you buy BU Morgans. Hopefully, you buy them from somebody you can send them back if they are adulterated. All right, hold on. We'll get to the gold. Okay, while I was taking a break there, real GDP came out for the second quarter, and it is 3% versus 2.3. So GDP higher, maybe as a result of all those imports. Did it move the markets? It doesn't look like it moved the markets very much. I'm going to keep going on the gold. Okay, here we go. 1 gram gold as cheap as... A lot of you buying 1 gram gold. Oh, look at that. It went to $110. And that is a mid-sized seller with fair feedback. Oh, $8 shipping. That's $118, and then take about $3-4 off. If you want to go to a bigger seller, 121. Yeah, nothing blowing my socks off there. Let's go to 1/10 gold. 1/10 gold as cheap as 350. I don't know what that is. I got to skip that. 362 for a bar and 364 for a prospector round. $10 off, about 354 for a random 1/10 gold. Let's keep going here. Quarter ounce gold. Cheapest quarter ounce gold is going to be a kangaroo. Kangaroos are very nice, and only a 13 feedback seller. You can't buy that. You got to go to the Krugerrand. That is a 42 feedback seller. You can't buy that. Let's keep going here. That's why they were so cheap. Let's see. You can get War of 1812. I showed you this the other day. 876, and then on that one you take about $25 off, about $8.50 for a quarter ounce. 2012 Canada Gold War of 1812. Might be a pretty cool coin, and it's in BU form. Okay, I don't know. Fractional gold, not that terrible these days. Let's do a quarter ounce gold eagle. Maybe we'll get a deal. 885. That's from Pinehurst. It's impaired though, but you can consider that. If you want to get a BU, it's 885. Oh, that's also 885, and that one's BU. 885 minus about $30, about 857. For a quarter ounce gold eagle, 857 versus 857 versus the dealer. This is how you use the website, by the way. You check the cheapest price on the internet compared to the cheapest price on eBay, and they are 875 cheapest price on the internet. So 857 blows away. That might even be mispriced. I got lost. That one. This is American Gold Eagle, quarter ounce, $10 BU, random date from a good seller, big seller, good feedback, 885. He's got as many as you want, and that is, let me do the math again, 885. 885 times 0.97. Hopefully you have those good credit cards. 858. That's a good deal on a quarter ounce gold eagle, per the market this morning. Okay, well, gee, let's just go. I don't know, let's just keep going. That's the one I would get this morning. The 1.85 proof gold set, 65.50. That's a push with the dealer after rebates. A gold buffalo as cheap as 35.20, about 3,400 out the door. Beats the dealer by a little bit. Let's go to the $5 commemorative, 849. I showed you that before. Remember, that's 0.241 ounce of gold, and take your 3% rebates. How about a 20 franc? Can we get a deal on a 20 franc? This looks like a scam. Let's see. There you go, 655. I don't recall if that's a good price or not. All right, let's keep going here. And there we go. There's some stuff in my eBay store. And yeah, the gold flowing hair is gone, guys. But if you see something you like, ask me for a friend discount. Here's the bars I pour, and members can always pick up my poured bars at a great price. And here are other vintage bars. Here is... what do you say? The Precious Metals Verifier. Now this is the old version, but it's still going to work just fine for you unless you're trying to penetrate you know, 1,000 ounce silver bar or something. $9.89, and then you're going to want to use your Capital One card to pick that up. And then the Food Saver, I highly recommend. This is the one I have right there. Works great. Works great. The bags are cheap on eBay as well. You can always use the Devil Forge to refine your bars, and there's one there for 129 bucks. You can melt anything, including copper, in that thing. But don't mix your copper and your silver. The Amex card is great because it's 3% cash back. Also works at the grocery store, on Amazon. So it's a very good card, but it does cap out at $6,000, and you'll need good credit to get that. The PayPal card can be unlimited, so if you have good credit, you get the PayPal card, you'll get a rockin' high limit, and you can buy anything you want on eBay with 3% back. If you have bad credit, you can still get it, but your limit will be lower, and it'll take a few days for that to show up. You know, it takes a while to pick up this card, so I'd suggest you get one. It is a great card. Some of us can't use it because some people, they don't let you use it because maybe you're a business like I am, so it does me absolutely no good. That's why I have to look for other cards. But most people have good luck with that card. Quicksilver card has kicker deals. It's 1.5% cash back everywhere, including eBay. And then it has kicker deals for stuff like anything other than precious metals that are very good. I just bought a bunch of dog food and, you know, saved 3% on Chewy with that card. It's a good card. The Saver from Capital One I'm using every day at the grocery store, 3% off. And they'll give you 200 bucks too. That is a great card. Unlimited cash back at the grocery store. Let's see, and the picks of the day. We have got the new Una bar is out. We have got the new Thor bar is out. What else have we got out? It's all about the U.S. Mint these days. You can still pick up that Army Privy Eagle, and if you do pick that up at the U.S. Mint, you want to trade that with me. No cash exchanges. I am trading that for four Type 1 2021 Silver Eagles, BU Eagles. Yeah, feel free to send that over to me and let me know. Email me before you do that, but I'll take that off your hands, and you'll get four really collectible Silver Eagles in exchange. And I'm buying as many of those as I can. I think that's a winner in the long term. Okay, just my opinion from years of stacking and flipping. And you can still get them at the U.S. Mint, believe it or not. Let's see, there's nickels. Go down to the bank, pick up a $100 box of nickels, throw it in the garage. Then next month, go pick another $100 box of nickels, throw it in the garage. And when your kids get that pallet of nickels, they will say, gee, Dad or Granddad, man, you were smart. They don't make them anymore. They have numismatic value. The copper is worth 50 cents. The nickel is worth whatever, $10. I don't know, but these are 75% copper, 25% nickel. The Mint will be, eliminating these eventually, probably after they do the pennies at some point, and you can get them for par value. There's zero downside risk. And just maximum upside risk over the long haul. Okay, it's not a quick flip. You Bitcoin guys won't like that. By the way, did you see the story about Bitcoin? Oh my God, this is terrible. Here it is. I live 500 feet from a Bitcoin mine. My life is hell. Okay, so here's a video. The title of it is I live 500 feet from a Bitcoin mine, and basically they're saying the hum coming out, and this is in Texas where anything goes, the hum coming out of these Bitcoin mega structures is hurting people and killing their property values. So that's worth a read if you want to hate Bitcoin more than you already do. And if you like Bitcoin, you'll probably ignore that. But it's a ridiculous use of precious energy, in my opinion. So there you go. If you want to dig into that, take a look and tell me what you think. My jaw dropped. You can always buy me a cup of coffee if you like what I'm doing here, now that I pissed you off. Thank you so much for the cups of coffee. I appreciate you guys. And you can join the membership channel. Welcome all new members. You're in the inner circle. And anything you need, email me at losinglouis@yahoo.com. And thank you for being part of the membership channel. And then the other thing you can do is check the chat room, where the very smart people there will give you tips and tricks. They're finding silver and gold cheaper than I can. I do this once in the morning, bleary-eyed with a cup of coffee. Consumer spending up 1.4%. Consumers are jubilant about spending all that money. Well, you might as well, if you're going to go bankrupt in a couple of months, you might as well charge the hell out of that credit card. Probably ought to buy silver and gold with it before you go bankrupt, and everybody is. So I don't know what's going on with the economy, the consumer, etc. It is a very strange world we're living in right here. Anyway, I digress. Let's see. The chat room is very good there. And yes, on the gold backs, I did make a mistake. I thought I was reading what the dealer printed there, the 0.00005 ounces of gold, but I must have made a mistake. It was a $1.65 value in that $3 gold back. So 100% premium on the gold backs. Buy them, stack them, collect them, trade them, do whatever you want with them. It's just not for me. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you. Thumbs up if you like this. Share with a friend if they're paying too much. Share with the world if you think the world is paying too much for gold and silver. Share it on social media. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It is going to be an interesting couple of days. No promises. We'll check spot price there. If you're waiting for the dip, it is going to be, oh, look at that, gold reversed. Silver still off about 27 cents, 37.84. I just don't think they can beat silver to the ground. I think this is an accumulation end of this week, end of the month. I don't think you're going to get as big a dip as you're hoping for, but who knows? You may want to time out your purchases, make a couple today, make a couple tomorrow, but I believe this is the dip that people are looking for. That's all I have for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.